My name's Clayton,
And my name's James.
and today we're going over the understanding of muscle hypertrophy.
An introduction to muscle hypertrophy. Muscle hypertrophy refers to the increase in muscle size and strength through targeted resistance training. This presentation will delve into the science behind hypertrophy, its training protocols, essential techniques, and the equipment needed to achieve optimal results.
What is a muscle? Muscle tissue, often categorized into three types. Those types are smooth, cardiac, and skeletal.
What is muscle hypertrophy? Muscle hypertrophy refers to the increase in the size of a muscle or its cross-sectional area, attributed to an increase in the size and/or number of myofibrils, actin, and myosin within a given muscle fiber.
The history of muscle hypertrophy training. This is our chronological overview of the key developments and influential figures in muscle hypertrophy training.
Late 19th century. This is kind of the start of muscle hypertrophy training. We see the birth of modern weightlifter practices, popularized by figures like Eugene Sandow, who showcased muscle development through competition and performance.
In the 1940s and 50s, the introduction of bodybuilding as a competitive sport, with icons like Joe Weider promoting systematic training programs and nutrition for muscle growth.
1970s, 1980s, we see the birth of some of the more famous bodybuilders. The fitness revolution takes shape with the influence of Arnold Schwarzenegger and the rise of bodybuilding competitions, leading to increased interest in hypertrophy training.
In the 1990s, scientific research begins to inform training practices, leading to a better understanding of muscle physiology and the development of specific hypertrophy-focused protocols.
In the 2000s up until now, there's been a continued evolution of hypertrophy training, integrating technology, personalized training plans, and evidence-based practices. This is helping transform how athletes approach muscle growth.
Training protocol overview.
Some of the optimal rep ranges. Muscle hypertrophy is 75 to 85% of one's one rep max for 3 to 5 sets or 6 to 12 reps. This range promotes metabolic stress and muscle damage, which helps lead to muscle growth. The objective is to maximize muscle fiber recruitment during workouts, leading to significant muscle adaptation and development.
Importance of training volume. The volume of training, defined as the total amount lifted over a workout session, is crucial for muscle hypertrophy. Programs often aim for a weekly volume of around 10 to 20 sets per muscle group, which can vary based on experience level and adaptation. Adjusting training volume is essential for continuous progress.
Strategic rest intervals. Rest intervals play a pivotal role in hypertrophy training. Shorter rest periods of 30 to 90 seconds between sets can enhance metabolic stress, while longer rests of 2 to 3 minutes allow for greater recovery and maximum performance in subsequent sets. Balancing rest times is vital for achieving hypertrophic goals.
Progressive overload principle. Utilizing progressive overload when you gradually increase the weight, frequency, and number of repetitions in your strength training routine is fundamental for muscle growth. This principle ensures that muscles are continually challenged, promoting adaptation and preventing plateaus. Consistent progression in lifts is crucial for hypertrophy.
Training parameters explained. This is going to help us to understand the key elements that sort of influence muscle hypertrophy.
3 to 5 sets. This is the ideal range for muscle growth.
6 to 12 reps, target rep for hypertrophy.
70 to 85%. This is the percent of our one rep max that we want to be at during our sets.
60 to 90 seconds. This is the optimal rest interval that we want to be in between our sets.
2 to 3 seconds. This is our tempo. This is the recommended speed for our lifting and lowering phases.
and 15 to 30 reps of overall volume, total reps times sets for effective training.
Specific lifts and skills for hypertrophy.
Bench press. The bench press is a fundamental exercise for upper body hypertrophy, targeting the chest, shoulders, and triceps. It involves lying on a bench and pressing a barbell or dumbbells upwards from the chest, focusing on controlled movements to maximize muscle engagement.
Squats. Squats are a cornerstone lift for lower body hypertrophy, working the quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes. Variations like back squats and front squats allow for targeted muscle development, emphasizing depth and stability for effective results.
Deadlifts. Deadlifts primarily target the posterior chain. This includes the hamstrings, glutes, and lower back. This compound movement is essential for overall strength and hypertrophy, requiring proper technique to avoid injury and maximize effectiveness.
Overhead press. Overhead press builds strength in the shoulders and triceps, vital for upper body hypertrophy. Variations like the military press can be performed standing or seated, demanding stability and core engagement throughout the lifts.
Pull-ups or chin-ups. Pull-ups or chin-ups are crucial for developing back and arm muscles, promoting hypertrophy through body weight resistance. They can be modified with added weight or bands for varying difficulty levels, emphasizing control and full range of motion.
Proper form and technique.
Proper form and technique are crucial in muscle hypertrophy training to maximize gains and minimize the risk of injury. This involves maintaining the correct posture, alignment, and movement patterns for each specific lift or skill, ensuring effectiveness and safety throughout the training process.
Essential equipment for hypertrophy training. Free weights are fundamental. They're easy and they don't take up as much space as maybe a full rack would.
Sometimes you need a bench for a various lift, just as the bench press or even some rows and or presses we may have talked about. It makes for good isolation and something for you to brace your back on.
Resistance band enhanced workouts. Resistance bands, if you maybe do not have free weights or even a rack available to you, resistance bands can often give you the contractions through full range of motion that you need to get a good workout.
Squat racks for safety. As you go up in weight, there's also some more added parameters that need to be in place, such as there could be a lot more injuries that could happen to you or those around you because of the weights that are going up and down. A squat rack is what helps prevent if you were to do a squat or an overhead press of some sort and you feel yourself starting to lean or fall forward. The squat racks will actually catch you and the bar to prevent from any of the plates getting damaged, yourself getting hurt, your spotters, or any other gym goers at that day.
Cardio machines for conditioning. Conditioning and cardio is a key part of most workout routines. So if you maybe don't want to go to your local rec, run around the track, or even run outside, a simple treadmill is a very easy alternative.
Cardio machines for, weight plates for customization. It's important that you know what your reps are. We talked about earlier that 75 to 80%, 85% of your one rep range, and weight plates can really help with that, especially when you're not using a machine that has the plate stack where you can choose it for yourself. Having a variety of weight plates is really helpful in that you're kind of able to hit that 70 to 85% range a lot easier, and you're not having to go above or below what your potential could be, helping make for yourself to get those optimal goals that you want.
Foam rollers for recovery. Recovery is a very important part of all workout programs. Being able to go hard during your lift and then allow your body to fully recover and put it in the best position possible to recover. Foam rollers is a really easy way to do that. Just being able to pull it out, roll out, and be good.
Optional equipment for enhanced training. Cable machines for isolation. We talked earlier about, bench press using being a compound lift using your chest, shoulders, and your triceps. Sometimes on cable machines, we can work it make it to where it works a variety of muscles, such as your biceps, your shoulders, your anterior deltoids, your rear deltoids, your triceps, etc. And using this, we can help ourselves go up. And if there's muscles that we feel like we really need to develop, we can use those cable machines to help isolate that muscle.
Resistance bands for versatility. Resistance bands by themselves are extremely versatile. You can put them around your wrist to do shoulder workouts, or even put them around your foot and your wrist to do a bicep workout. There's so many different ways you can use them to help enhance your routine.
The foam rollers for recovery, we had talked about this earlier. When you do a lot of training, you're 70 to 85%, or just going for progressive overload, you're going to be very sore. And part of what helps you heal those muscles properly so that you can even use them the next day, just your arms and your legs, even if you don't have to be working out, is proper recovery after a lift. Using the foam rollers will really help you isolate the parts of your body that are sore, kind of rub them out and just decrease some of that lactic acid so that in the days following, you're still able to put in optimal effort and get those goals without having a lingering soreness from your previous workouts.
Adjustable benches for flexibility. Being able to have a bench that isn't just isolated, where you can raise it if you want to do maybe incline dumbbell bench or just incline bench, or even being able to use that incline bench for preacher curls or different lifts, can be very helpful. It's not necessarily needed, but can be extremely helpful in making a fully rounded workout plan.
And a weighted vest for intensity. If you want to add more resistance to yourself when you're doing something like a squat, or even when you're doing your cardio workouts, a weighted vest is a great way to kind of just add that extra resistance when it normally wouldn't be there onto yourself, especially when you're doing something like pull-ups or chin-ups even. It just adds an extra weight to be there that will help you increase, and you can also go overweight on those weighted vests as well.
Rules and regulations in hypertrophy competitions.
Weight classes are mandatory. Competitors must adhere to specific weight classes to ensure fair competition. Weight classes range from lightweight to heavyweight. The participants must weigh in before the event to verify their class placement.
Strict lift guidelines. All lifts must be performed according to the established guidelines, including the range of motion, grip positions, and technique standards to ensure safety and fairness. Judges evaluate lifts based on these criteria, and improper form may lead to disqualification.
Dress code enforcement. Competitors are required to follow the rules of attire, often needing to wear specific uniforms or gear that meet the competition standards. This includes appropriate footwear and protective equipment.
Code of conduct. Each competitor must adhere to a code of conduct that promotes sportsmanship and respect among participants. Unsportsmanlike behavior may result in penalties or disqualification from the event.
Safety considerations on hypertrophy training.
Warm up prior to lifting. Just like a big cool down whenever we were talking about foam rollers, you also need to warm your muscles up. Being able to get blood flowing through your muscles so that they can work at their max capabilities from the get-go is very essential in staying healthy.
Using proper lifting techniques. Part of what's going to be crucial to you making proper goals and preventing injury before you try to load up the bar or the dumbbells or whatever you're using is understanding how you're supposed to be able to do what you need to do. By not using the correct parameters or using the wrong form over time, you could cause yourself to get hurt or maybe even work those muscles improperly so that you're not making those optimal gains that you want to make. So using proper lifting technique is key.
Maintain a spotter when needed. Spotters are very important in all forms of weightlifting. And anytime you are going for, let's say, a 1 rep max, that is going to be a lot of weight relative to your overall strength. So having someone there where if you were not able to get the bar up, having someone there to help you get that weight away from yourself so you are not in harm's way is very important.
Knowing your limits. Everyone starts somewhere, and there's going to be people that are further along in their journey than you are, and they may be able to lift a bit more weight than you, and that is completely okay. If you go up in weight too much or too soon, you could seriously can end up hurting yourself or hurting those around you, and that's what you want to avoid. So knowing, what your 75 to 85% may be, what your good rep ranges are at, and just things like that, that's where you want to be in order to be able to make those proper gains. You don't want to try to do it all at once.
Stay hydrated and nourished. Your body is very important in every way, not including just lifting weights, but your body needs water and nourishment in order to do anything. So make sure that you are drinking water and eating, for the most part, healthy foods that nourish your body.
Then use appropriate equipment. There could be times when you use, maybe a trap bar on the bench press when you're not supposed to. It's supposed to be a barbell or things like that. You could end up hurting yourself or working the muscles wrong, and that's what you don't want to do. Same thing with even things like wrist wraps or weightlifting belts. It's important that you use those when it's important to do that when you're going up in weight because you could prevent injury to yourself, which would again inhibit your ability to make more gains because you're injured and you can't work out more.
Strategies and techniques for successful training.
Progressive overload. Incorporate progressive overload by gradually increasing the weight or resistance used in training sessions. This principle ensures that the muscles are consistently challenged, promoting growth over time.
Focus on compound movement. Utilize compound movements such as squats, deadlifts, and bench press, which engage multiple muscle groups and promote overall strength while also contributing to hypertrophy.
Prioritize recovery. Implement adequate recovery strategies, including rest days and active recovery sessions to allow muscles to repair and grow stronger after intense training sessions.
Nutrition matters. Maintain a balanced diet rich in protein, carbohydrates, and healthy fats to support muscle repair and growth. Nutritional intake plays a crucial role in achieving hypertrophy.
Getting involved in Warrensburg's hypertrophy scene.
Warrensburg offers various opportunities for individuals looking to engage in muscle hypertrophy training through local gyms, fitness classes, and community events. Joining fitness clubs or participating in organized training sessions can help enthusiasts develop their skills and connect with fellow trainees.
Conclusions and key takeaways. Muscle hypertrophy training is essential for anyone looking to enhance strength, improve physique, and achieve fitness goals by understanding training protocols, proper techniques, and safety considerations. Individuals can effectively engage in hypertrophy training and optimize their results.
Here are our references.